Children, we are studying solutions. Over here I will explain you what is vapor pressure or what is saturated vapor pressure. Now you have taken a container, take a container, in that container take some water and cover the container. Now when you increase the temperature, evaporation takes place and simultaneously condensation takes place. Now at a particular temperature, rate of evaporation becomes equal to rate of condensation. So this is called as dynamic equilibrium state. So at this dynamic equilibrium state, when rate of evaporation becomes equal to rate of condensation, at this time the vapors of the liquid, it exerts some pressure on the walls of the container. So this pressure which is exerted by the liquid molecules or vapors on the walls of the container is called as saturated vapor pressure, or simply it is called as equilibrium vapor pressure or vapor pressure. So mainly it depends upon the surface area of the liquid. More is the surface area, more is the evaporation. So if the surface area is decreased, evaporation will become less and there are chances that vapor pressure can become low. Now children, I will explain you the addition of non-volatile solute to the solvent. Now over here you can see that the white color molecules or particles which are there, they are representing solvent, and the yellow color one are representing non-volatile solute. Now suppose in the first one you can see only there is a pure solvent which is present. Large surface area is available, the full surface area is available for the solvent vapors to escape. So vapor pressure is high over here. All the vapors are getting the large surface area, the solvent molecules are getting large surface area. Lots of evaporation and condensation takes place simultaneously and vapor pressure is higher. But what happens when you are adding a non-volatile solute? You can see over here, when you are adding a non-volatile solute over here, you can see that they are occupying some spaces in the liquid. So some of the space at the surface of the liquid is occupied by the non-volatile solute. So the surface area becomes less. Rate of evaporation becomes less. When rate of evaporation becomes less, over here less vapor pressure is exerted on the walls. Vapor pressure becomes less. There is lowering of vapor pressure. So all this explanation will be done further in the Raoult's law. Now I will explain you that what happens when volatile liquids are present. So I will be explaining Raoult's law for solution that contains volatile liquid. Now suppose the component A, one of the liquid component is A and another liquid component is B. So both of them have their own pressure. Let small pa be the partial vapor pressure of component A and psi A be the mole fraction of component A. Now we know that partial vapor pressure is directly proportional to the mole fraction. Therefore, Pa, small pa, that is partial vapor pressure, is equal to constant into psi A. When component A is not in the solution and when it is present separately in the pure state, we can say that its partial vapor pressure is considered as P naught A. So P naught A is nothing but the partial vapor pressure in pure state. Now over here, if 100% purity is there for component A in the solution, over here psi A will be equal to 1. Therefore, Pa is equal to P naught A. Partial vapor pressure of component A in the solution will be equal to the partial vapor pressure of the component A in the pure state. Therefore, equation 1 becomes Pa is equal to constant into 1. Therefore, P naught A is equal to constant. P naught A becomes constant. So, constant is nothing but P naught A. Putting this value of P naught A is equal to constant in equation number 1, we get that Pa is equal to P naught A into X A. Suppose we are taking two liquids, then component A and B, so PA is equal to P naught A into XA and PB is equal to P naught B into XB. Total vapor pressure of the solution which are containing the component A and B is capital P, or you can use capital P small s. Both are same, that represents total vapor pressure. So P is equal to PA plus PB, that is P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. This is nothing but Raoult's law. It explains that for a solution of volatile liquid, the partial vapor pressure of each component in the solution is directly proportional to its mole fraction. So, for a solution of volatile liquid, the partial vapor pressure of each component in the solution at a particular temperature is equal to the product of vapor pressure of the component in the pure state and its mole fraction in the solution. In this video, you all can see that in the solution over here, one component is water and another is oil. Oil is non-volatile in nature. As it is non-volatile in nature, it will not contribute to the vapor pressure. It will remain inside and it will not contribute to the vapor pressure of the solution. Therefore, the vapor pressure of the solution containing a non-volatile solute is actually the vapor pressure of the solvent in the solution. Over here, the solvent is water. So, total vapor pressure of the solution is nothing but the vapor pressure of the solvent in the solution. So, vapor pressure of the solution is nothing but vapor pressure of the solvent in the solution. This is when non-volatile solute is present in the solution. Now, if the mole fraction of the solvent decreases, vapor pressure of the solution will also decrease, because everything depends upon the solvent, not on the non-volatile solute which is added. Over here you can see that total vapor pressure capital P or PS of the solution when non-volatile solute is added, it will be equal to the partial vapor pressure of the solvent alone. Therefore, PS is equal to P of solvent, or it is equal to P naught solvent into psi of solvent, where psi of solvent is the mole fraction of the solvent and P naught of the solvent is the vapor pressure, partial vapor pressure of the solvent in pure state. So, for binary mixture, mole fraction of solute and solvent is always 1. Therefore, mole fraction of solvent, psi solvent is equal to 1 minus psi solute. So, equation 1 becomes P is equal to P naught solvent into 1 minus psi of solute. You can use PS or you can simply use capital P. Therefore, P upon P naught is equal to 1 minus psi of solute. 1 minus P upon P naught is equal to psi of solute. Therefore, you can see P naught minus P is equal upon P naught is equal to psi of solute. So, P naught minus P is equal to lowering of vapor pressure, where P naught is nothing but the partial vapor pressure of the solvent in pure state and capital P is nothing but the vapor pressure of the solution. You can use PS also. P naught minus P upon P naught or P naught minus PS upon P naught is relative lowering of vapor pressure. So, this is Raoult's law when a non-volatile solute is added to the solution. So, here the Raoult's law is the relative lowering of vapor pressure for a binary solution containing a non-volatile solute and a volatile solvent is equal to the mole fraction of the solute.